it was criminal occupational negligence to never give Andrew Luck the offensive line he needed. And not just an average offensive line, but to give him anything except maybe the worst offensive line. I mean, it was always a disaster that Griggs had ignored who protected their franchise QB. And now Andrew Luck is injured, and he hasn't practiced, and he might not be ready for the start of the season, which means that Scott Tolzien will play and start tomorrow's preseason finale against the Bengals and probably the first regular season game. Now, that's not the biggest deal in the world if Andrew Luck is going to be there for week 2, but here's the problem. The Colts haven't even activated Luck from the PUP list, physically unable to perform, which means if they don't take him off that list by week 1, he can't play until week 7. He's out the first 6 weeks. Scott Tolzien for the first 6 weeks of the season in Indianapolis means your season's already over before Luck gets there. This is what has been mind-blowing. This has been head-scratching. Indianapolis knew that Luck was going to be injured all offseason. They were hoping he was going to be back, but they basically said back in April they prepared for him not to practice at all during the summer. We are now inching closer to September, and you cannot say they didn't see this coming. And their solution has been Scott Tolzien. This is a winnable division. This is an opportunity. I mean, the Titans are better. The Texans should be good again. But it's not like it's going to be the Patriots running away at 14-2 in that division. And you've got Scott Tolzien. Say what you want about Colin Kaepernick and his distractions and this and that and how you feel about his stance with the flag. But if you go into the season and you can't even play Luck for the first 6 weeks, and your answer was Scott Tolzien, you should be canned. That is not okay. You've got no chance. If you knew there was a chance, there was an opportunity that Luck would be gone for the first month and a half of the season, and you didn't bring in Kaepernick or you didn't bring in a better option, you should be fired. That is not okay to the rest of that locker room. That is not okay to that fan base. That is not okay to that franchise. Scott Tolzien cannot be your starting quarterback for 6 weeks. If he's your starting quarterback week 1, okay. But if they don't take Luck off this PUP list, it's a month and a half of Scott Tolzien. Unacceptable.